Alright, here we are with one of my favourite rock songs of all time, Deftones' My Own Summer Shove It. Now this was like a huge tune for me when I was a little skateboarder in 2002. Now I want to be able to play this song in my DJ sets, however a lot of the drums sometimes go out of time, so when you're trying to actually do a DJ mix with them, it doesn't stay perfectly in beat. Here's a tutorial on how we fix that. Check it out. Right, first of all you want to get this software. It's called NUO-STEMS by a DJ called DJ NUO, who's from Ukraine. He's also a bit of a software engineering genius, and he's created maybe, I would say, the best stem separation platform on the market right now. This will be better than Rekordbox, better than Serato, better than Traktor, which is funny because he's a Traktor DJ himself, and he's built his own software for making stems, but also it has the best algorithm. This guy absolutely studies the algorithms of stem separation on a weekly basis to make sure that his is providing the best results, and it really is. It's only about $35. I'm not sponsored to promote this. This is just something that I'm a massive fan of, and it's become essential in how I make these edits. So let's get into it. So it's dead easy. We're just gonna put the song in. That's what we want. I'll go into my settings down here, and we're going to want to have this bit, the save instrumental and a cappella. Let's turn that on as a WAV. I mean, you can do the whole thing, like drums, bass, other vocals. It's really, really good for stuff like that. But for the purpose of what we're doing, we only really need the instrumental and a cappella, and then everything should follow from there. So go to convert, hit start, and this will probably take about 2 or 3 minutes or so. But I'm going to stop here so you don't have to wait that long. We'll come back in a second. So now NUO-STEMS has split those tracks out. We've got the a cappella, the instrumental, and we also have a Traktor stem file, but we're not going to need that for what we're doing today. Next, we're going to open up Logic. So we're going to start a new file from here. We're going to take the a cappella instrumental, just drag it in, use existing tracks, change project, blah, 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 blah. Right, first we'll set the tempo, which is around about 143, and the key was in C# minor. I'm going to zoom in. So we've got those first 2 drum hits, and then around here is where we've got that first kick drum of the beat. Cool. Right, so what we'll do is just turn the volume up a bit, zoom right in to where that first kick drum hits. Right, that's around here. So I think it's probably that bit there. It's close enough. So we're going to grab both tracks, Command T, just going to split them. We're going to grab these 2 that have been split, Command X for cut, grab these 2, delete them, go back to the beginning, Command V paste, go back to the beginning. So now it should be playing from the first kick drum. Good. Right, so I don't blow your heads off, I'm going to turn the volume of these down to like minus 16 decibels, but also because we can hear the metronome playing over the top that way, which makes things a lot clearer. There we go. Now if you listen closely here, the drums will already start going out of time with that metronome. Well out already. So that's what I was talking about with that human error. So the drums don't stay perfectly in time, so we need to go and fix that. So what we want to do is grab both these tracks. We're going to go up to the flex time here. We're going to make these polyphonic. I mean, the top one, the a cappella, could be monophonic really, but the main reason we want the polyphonic for the instrumental is because we've got guitars that are playing chords, so there's different notes being played, so we want to make sure that it's following that, not using like anything like slicing or any of the other algorithms that you get with the flex time. So polyphonic's normally the automatic one, but it should do the job quite well. So first thing we do now, grab these tracks, we're going to go over here to the region, go to quantise, and I'm going to set it to half a note in this one, just because on this track the beats are quite spaced apart. If you've got like a really fast track where it's, you know, you've got like quite a lot of beats within a bar, then maybe you want to go to like an eighth or something like that, or maybe a quarter. But for this track, we're just going to do it on half a note. So now that's sliced everything up. I say sliced, technically it's stretched parts. We're going to listen along and see if there's any mistakes, because there will be, and that's what we're going to fix. But this will give us a new sort of benchmark of how it should start sounding. Oh. Already. can hear it here. It's gone too quickly. So I think this snare, yeah, this snare drums that you can see on this part of the beat, that should be lined up with this 3-6-3. So what we're going to do is just grab it, drag it to there. We'll see how that sounds now. Okay, so what it's done is it's actually set the ones after it off. So I'm going to undo that quickly, and we're going to cut this one here because bar 7 sounds alright. So 7's alright, but 6 is the one, bar 6 is where it starts going wrong. So we're going to cut it here as well. So, okay. Once we've done that, I'm just going to affect it on both of these. Even though there's silence on the acapella, I just do it out of habit. We're going to go right click and go reset all flex edits. Cool. So let's hear that. Right, so we've got a little bit of a gap there. But what we'll do is we're going to grab this, pull it to that 3. It should sound alright now. Right, but also we've got this gap. So what we'll do is we'll make sure that drum hit is lined up with 4. I'm just going to drag this over and see how that sounds. Yeah, I think that's fixed it. Right, let's try it from bar 5. Just listen to long. There we go. Okay, so we've got proms here at 10 as well. So split it. Zoom in, find out where it's going. I think it's earlier than that actually. I think it's in the bar 9. Okay, so this is already a little bit off. So what we do, highlight everything, grab that kick drum, bring it onto 9. I think we are going to create this. Good. Just make sure that's correct too on 3. Okay, so this one's a little too fast. So what we'll do now is, because we know that bit's correct, we're going to split them, reset again. Okay, so now we know that snare here. I think that's the snare drum on this part. Let's just see what happens if I drag that here. There we go, that's fixed. So what you want to be doing is basically going through the whole song like this, and then find the parts that you want and just dragging it into beat. So it should sound correct all the way through. So that one's just slightly off. See, it's just a tiny bit early. So we just drag it in, and then that means everything else will follow it too. Now it's really important that when you're doing this, you've got both of these highlighted, so it means that anything you drag on the instrumental, the a cappella file will also follow along too. Just make sure that you're always listening along bit by bit to make sure that you haven't like ruined anything by stretching the a cappella too far out. If you have, then just undo it and then do it one by one. So drag the instrumental and drag the a cappella in the correct place, and then carry on doing both together. I'm going to go through the whole song now and basically do that, and I will be back in a second in this video and you can see the results. So we've actually found a bit here on the song where it goes into like a sort of ring out breakdown part. But what you might notice that where the beat should come back in on that 63rd bar, it doesn't. It comes in a bit too early around there. If you listen. So that's not really what we want it to do.
So what we can just go here and do is grab that kick, drag it to 63. The acapella follows suit as well, and now perfect. And that's fixed. And there we have it. That is the final lot done. I've gone through every single kick, snare, and now we've got a fully quantized version of this tune. So that's cool. So what we've also done is at the very end of the song, as it comes to the end, I'll unmute this now, I've made an instrumental section so I can mix with when I'm DJing. So when it comes to the end of the song, which is basically just the intro loop added to the end of the song, because that's why I've got that lovely little snare. Although if I turn this loop on here, you can hear it sounds perfectly in time. So if you put a DJ over the top of this, you can do. There you go, back to start a loop. And now all you got to do is bounce it out and you have your final version. Oh wait, one thing you need to make sure you do, of course, is turn off your metronome, go back to your settings here, bring everything back up to 0 decibels before you bounce it out. Otherwise it's going to sound weird, it's going to have click track all over it, and you don't want that. So I think that final, yeah, 138 is the final beat. So we just do it from number 1 to 138 and then hit bounce. One other little pro tip that I can recommend is bounce out the acapella separately and maybe the instrumental now it's been quantized. So for the acapella, I've added that little snare roll at the start just so it's easier to find time when I put it into my DJ software, so I know where to set the beat grid up to silence. So I know I can match it to that part, and I know that on bar 10 is when the vocal will start coming in.
Hey you, big star, tell me when it's over.
So now we can add that on any other instrumental that we have in C sharp minor at around about 143 beats per minute. So now that we've quantized the acapella, we can actually come up with some pretty fun little DJ edit ideas live in our DJ software like this. Yeah, something fun like that.